Have you ever found yourself stuck in a loop, replaying the same painful memories, trying to make sense of what happened, wondering if you'll ever stop thinking about it? If you've been through betrayal, rumination can feel like it is taking over your mind and your life. But I want you to know you're not alone, and there is a reason, very good reason, why your brain is doing this. In today's episode, we're going to unpack why rumination happens, why it is actually a protective response, and most importantly, how you can break free from its grip. You deserve peace, and you have the power to reclaim it. I want to talk about rumination and offer you a tool to use to practice reducing this symptom that you might be having. But first, I want to validate that rumination is completely normal, okay? Especially when you've been through betrayal, trauma, and abuse. It is not a flaw, it is not a weakness. It is your brain's way of trying to make sense of something that deeply violated your trust and your sense of safety. When you experience trauma, especially betrayal, your brain goes into problem solving mode. It is constantly going to be replaying the events in an attempt to understand what happened, why it happened, and most importantly, how to prevent it from ever happening again. It's a very instinctual response. It is rooted in your central nervous system. It's there to protect you from that further harm because your mind believes that if it can just figure it out, then we can feel safe again. However, rumination becomes problematic when it is keeping you stuck in that loop, revisiting these painful moments and memories without moving towards resolution or healing. I think that's key right there. It can feel like your mind is picking up that rope that I've talked about before, just over and over and over, and playing this tug of war in your mind. And just can't let go. This often would happen 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. And then I had to get up at 5. It can be debilitating. There's a really good reason why it happens. So I'm going to brain nerd out here for just a second. But your brain is wired to prioritize safety. And we'll stay in the context of betrayal trauma, the familiar pain of replaying a hurt can feel safer than facing the unknown of moving forward. I'm going to say that again because I think this will be really helpful when you can really understand this. The familiarity of pain as your brain ruminates and replays the hurt over and over, that can feel safer than your brain facing the unknown that it can't predict, that it can't solve or have answers to in the future. Your mind might be subconsciously trying to avoid those new risks by staying stuck in the familiar. Plus, the central nervous system gets activated. And this makes it even harder to shift out of the pattern because your body is just going to stay on high alert, searching for that danger. I want to offer you a tool that you can start practicing today that when practiced, it will help you to reduce a lot of this rumination. We're going to name it to tame it. First, we name the thoughts, and we're going to do that by dumping it out of your brain and onto paper. Those of you that don't like to journal, this isn't journaling. Those of you that are, your brains are saying, I don't have time, you have time to ruminate. So you might as well take time to write down on paper what your brain is ruminating over. We've got to get it out of the brain and onto paper. I promise there is a method to my madness. So get it out on paper, dump it out, pause and ask, what story am I replaying here? What is the message that I'm replaying? What is the belief that I'm replaying? What is my brain trying to figure out? Naming it helps you gain awareness without getting caught in the loop. And then we're going to acknowledge your brain's intention here. Gently remind yourself, my brain is trying to protect me by finding answers. It makes sense that I'm stuck on it because it was traumatic and I'm not getting answers. Certainly not getting them from my partner. I'm certainly not getting them from my ex. And my brain just wants the answers so that it can protect me in the future. Validating yourself here, validating your brain goes a long way. I encourage you to say it out loud. Yeah, your kids might think you're crazy. It's fine. Saying out loud and letting yourself hear it activates your senses. You're hearing, you're listening to yourself When we activate our senses, we are grounding. Again, method to my madness. The third thing you're going to do is get curious. So instead of fighting the thought, fighting this might look like judging, telling yourself, oh my gosh, brain, why are we thinking about this again? Why can't you just get over this? Why can't you let go? Why can't you make peace? Why can't you, whatever the fight against is, drop it. Get curious. What part of me is holding on to this? What need is it trying to meet? Maybe it is trying to meet justice, the need to be right, the need to be not crazy, the need to know that you did give it your all. Often it's a part of you that feels vulnerable or afraid and it just wants reassurance. So get curious. And then number 4, practice grounding, bringing your awareness to the present. Feel the feet on the floor. Take a deep breath in through the belly, through the nose, out the mouth, breathing the air all the way through your body and out the bottom of your feet. Remind yourself, this thought is that, a thought. It does not control me. I am safe in this moment. Over time, practicing this compassionate awareness will help you reduce your grip. Some of you a very tight grip around rumination. And remember, healing is not about stopping the thoughts entirely. It's about learning how to navigate them without losing your sense of agency to keep moving forward. Healing isn't about erasing the past. It's about reclaiming your present from the stories that your mind keep replaying. It's going to loop that tape. I know I just dated myself by saying tape, but it's going to keep replaying the tape. When ruminating shows up, it's just your brain's way of trying to protect you. You can acknowledge it without giving it power. Practice grounding yourself, validate your experience, choose to move forward one small step at a time. And remember, always, you are the creator, you are the chooser of your life, and you get to create the life you want because you can. Take care, everybody. One of the most powerful ways that I have seen brain spotting support my clients is with ruminating thoughts. Like I mentioned in today's episode, when we can't stop the brain, when it just keeps looping around and around, there's often something underneath. There's often something subconscious that we're not aware of that is also contributing to the rumination. I have found brain spotting to be a really powerful way to help release rumination as well. Because trauma isn't just something that happens to you, it happens in you. It empowers you to rewrite your story, not as the victim, but as the survivor who has the power to thrive. Your individual healing journey is unique, and I am honored to walk here on this path alongside you. If you want to dive deeper, discover how brain spotting can help you regain control, rebuild your self-esteem, and unlock the ability to be the chooser in your life, book a brain spotting session with me today. And let's start healing. Take care, everybody.
I'm very excited to tell you about the Unmasked Intensive we have coming up in May. It's May 13th through the 16th in Spanish Fork, Utah. The name of the intensive is Unmasked Paths to Authentic Masculinity. Let me tell you some of the things we're going to accomplish. We're going to explore some root causes, like at the end of the day, what's underneath this behavior? What's the why behind it? What's the insights into understanding why my behavior existed, the one that kept me in secrecy and hiding? We're going to embrace vulnerability. So we're confront a lot of the struggles of that non-judgmental space so you can foster more authentic connections with the people that you love. We're going to realign with your values. We're going to learn new coping strategies, and we're going to forge some authentic connection. We're going to build a lot of camaraderie to hear that happens. I wanted to share with you what previous participants have said about this transformation. So here's what one guy said. I'm just going to read it to you. I loved the connection with those around me. It was eye-opening to learn how to open up and show love for myself and be okay with what's going on inside of me, no matter how hard or ugly I may see it. I specifically remember this man saying this and just being astounded by like, wow, if I'm around people that really open up, what can I explore and learn about myself in this intensive? He found it to be really eye-opening. So anyway, for more information and reserve your spot, go ahead and visit our website and we'll provide some information for you. And then take the time to invest in yourself so you can start to lean in a more authentic way in your life. Looking forward to seeing you there.
I'd love to share with you what's upcoming, and we have something really unique coming up in June. So, for those of you who are in a healing profession who is helping take care of other people, therapists, coaches, especially, but even if you're a nurse working in the medical field, if you spend your time catering to everyone else and holding their pain and helping them through their hard, we have an intensive just for you. This is called Heal the Healer. And well, I love all my intensives, but this one holds such a special place in my heart because in Heal the Healer, it's where the healer gets to come and for a moment set everything down and let you be taken care of. And this isn't where you're going to come do a ton of workshops and lots of learning and have to stretch your brain. It's just where you get to come relax. You get to kick your feet up and have other professionals there ready to take care of you and cater to you. We have a gorgeous lodge house resort property that's all ours that has pools and saunas and ponds and paths and trails, and it's tucked in the Wasatch Mountains. We have a gorgeous place to stay. All of your meals are included. Activities are included. There'll be time for fun if you want to participate in that, and also time for downtime and rest. And best of all, you get that connection with other strong women who are holding it all together for somebody else and who are ready to be taken care of. So invest in you. Take care of you. We would love to have you there. I would love to hang out with you and come with us in June to Heal the Healer.